Anne-Marie, the last queen consort of Greece, and her sons Paul and Nicholas are trying to regain the right they lost in 1993 when they lost their passports. Amid news of Marie Chantal Miller's summer activation, the divorce of Prince Nicholas and Tatiana Blatnik, and the upcoming wedding of Theodora of Greece and Matthew Kumar, one major love affair has crept into the Greek royal family news. According to a front-page Greek newspaper report, Queen Anna Maria and her two sons, Princes Paul and Nicholas, are taking steps to regain their Greek citizenship. That right was taken away in 1994 from the late monarch Constantine II and his family. A year earlier, they suffered further humiliation when their passports were revoked while on a holiday cruise in Greek waters. That the stateless king then refused to retaliate. His friend, shipping heir and writer Taki Theodorakopoulos, recalls that Constantine forbade him to criticize the regime on behalf of the royal family. He never complained or blamed his enemies. Other local media have published reports detailing how institutional proceedings with the government have already begun. It is claimed that the royal family uses a different evaluation system than those who claim Greek citizenship, and that the final decision will be made at the highest level of the executive branch. Prince Paul of Greece, head of the royal house and claimant to the Greek throne after the death of his father in January 2023, seems set to fight for the restoration of Greek citizenship on behalf of his family, as his father did before him. This decision comes after he made another sensation last year. At the time, he revealed that he and Marie Chantal were looking for a permanent home in Greece, and in an interview with a French magazine he added, "We want to be more visible to the Greek people. They will see us much more often in the future." Today, with the former royal family scattered around the world, only Constantine's widow, 76-year-old Queen Anne-Marie, the poor sister of Denmark's Queen Margaret, remains in Greece, occupying a modest apartment in Athens. Her son Nicholas has also settled in the country's capital. After ascending the throne in March 1964 at the age of 23, Constantine I left Greece for Italy, staging a coup. In 1973, he was officially deposed, his property confiscated, and the monarchy abolished. Together with his wife and 5 children, he took refuge in London. The deposed monarchs then struck a deal with Prime Minister Konstantinos Mitsotakis, and Greece became a democratic state. The agreement between the two parties allowed the former ruler to recover some of his assets. But the arrival of the new head of government, Andreas Papandreou, changed everything. Fearing that he wanted to return to power, in 1994, he annulled the agreement reached with the previous government and passed a law stripping the royal family of citizenship. A legal battle in the European Court of Human Rights ensued, and the Greek government was ordered to pay the former king compensation for the deprivation of his rights. In 2013, Constantine II returned to his homeland after decades of exile and settled in Porto Heli, where he lived for the rest of his life. However, discontent with the former royal family has not subsided in Greece, at least on the part of the government. Proof of this was another refusal of a state funeral for the last king of the Hellenes. Anna Maria and her 2 sons were therefore embroiled in a long and controversial legal battle with an uncertain outcome. After 50 years of the Republic, the winds of change were blowing in Greece. Constantine's death not only brought royalist flags and anthems back to the streets of Athens, but also forced a softening of the official stance against any reconciliation with the monarchy. And at the forefront of this revived royalist sentiment was Prince Paul. After a comfortable life in London, where his family had been particularly close to Charles and Diana of Wales, he now lived in New York. As long as his father was alive, Paul felt obliged not to do anything that the sensitive Greek authorities might consider provocative. Could it be time for Europe's most glamorous royals to reconnect with their lost homeland? The prince himself insists, to put it mildly, that he has no ambition to reclaim the throne. Our role is to be good people and do what we can to help the country, he says modestly. but signs of reconciliation are everywhere. The story of the Greek royal family is one of greatness and downfall, of a lost homeland and hopes for a return. The death of the last king of Greece, Constantine, opens a new page in this complex and fascinating saga, forcing us to consider the future of a family that once stood at the pinnacle of Greek society. Constantine, whose reign ended in a failed coup and exile, will forever be a controversial figure. He was a man who did not complain about his fate, nor did he blame his enemies, despite all the injustice he endured. His refusal to take revenge and his patience became a symbol of fortitude and dignity, which only increased respect for him among his followers. Today, his widow Anne-Marie and their sons, Princes Paul and Nicholas, are taking decisive steps to obtain Greek citizenship, hoping to regain the right to call Greece their home. The decision may not seem like a mere legal matter, but an attempt to restore historical justice and strengthen ties with a nation they have never forgotten. Prince Paul, the head of the royal house, has shown determination in recent years to regain the family's lost rights. His desire to be more visible in Greece shows a desire to build relations with the Greek people, perhaps preparing for a new phase in the royal family's history. Could these efforts lead to a change in the perception of the royal family in the eyes of the Greeks and the government? We should not forget the context. Despite all the efforts of the royal family, anti-royalist sentiments are still strong in Greek society. The government repeatedly denied recognition and did not agree to state honors for Constantine. Doubts about the sincerity of the royal family's intentions persisted, and the question of citizenship remained acute. However, the changed climate and increased sympathy for the royal family after Constantine's death may have played a role. It may be time for a new phase of reconciliation and the restoration of historical memory. The return of the royal family to Greece could be a symbol of national unity and overcoming past divisions. In conclusion, the struggle for the return of citizenship to Anne-Marie and her sons is a struggle for the return of lost honor, for the recognition of their place in Greek history, and perhaps it is the first step towards a new future where the royal family can once again play its role in the life of the nation, remaining true to its history and its roots. Friends, the story of the Greek royal family is a tale of a lost homeland, resilience, and hope for a return. We have discussed the difficult journey that Queen Anne-Maria and her sons, Princes Paul and Nicholas, took in their attempt to regain their Greek citizenship and restore historical justice. Their story reminds us of the importance of roots, honor, and an ongoing connection to the past. Perhaps the future will bring new opportunities for the royal family to reconcile and return to Greece. Time will tell if their efforts will be successful and how it will affect Greek society and politics. Thank you for being with us today and sharing this fascinating account of the fate of the Greek royal family. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new videos and stay up to date with the latest news and stories from the royals. Leave your comments, share your opinion, and stay tuned. See you soon.